What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stu Sumter back again with another video. Today, man, we're going to talk about just a recap of the NFL Week 4 and what happened around the gridiron, what happened around the league. We got a lot of, it was a lot of good games, a couple of benchings, some teams getting blown out, some teams not doing what they're supposed to do. It's just, you can tell who's up there and who's not up there. Like, it's like that, you can tell. And, I'm excited to talk about it, man, just to get a little week round up. I got a couple people giving my neck about not talking about their team, so we're going to talk about their teams in a little bit. But, hey, man, I hope everybody's having a good day. If you enjoy the channel, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you know every time I drop a video, you are the first person to see the vid. Hey, man, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So before we talk about any of the games, there was a couple things that happened. There were two games that got rearranged because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and 4 teams got affected: the Titans, the Steelers, the Patriots, and the Chiefs. The Titans and Steelers ended up having to cancel their game. It got rescheduled to another date because a couple players from organizations and team personnel had tested positive. So you gotta be safe, gotta protect these players. I personally don't know if the NFL has a real plan other than just canceling and rescheduling the games. But hey, man, you gotta keep the players safe. You gotta keep everybody safe. So that game got canceled, and then the Patriots and the Chiefs game got moved to Monday night. This past Monday, and not to mention the starting quarterback of the Patriots, Cam Newton, had contracted COVID-19. He was asymptomatic, which is kind of scary. The fact that, you know, myself and anybody that I know, even you yourself, pray to God nobody has it, but we can have COVID. We might not even know it. So it's smart to keep your distance, wear your mask, be safe, and don't be blind to it. People out here aren't being smart. They're being oblivious to it, but COVID is a real thing. So please be safe. And prayers up to Cam Newton. Hopefully that he has a speedy recovery, that he doesn't get sick or anything like that. Without further ado, let's get straight into the games now. So the first game of week 4 that I ended up having last Thursday was the Denver Broncos against the New York Jets. And the Denver Broncos ended up winning 37-28. Starting with the Sunday night games, New Orleans ended up playing Detroit, and New Orleans Saints ended up winning 35-29. Next, we have Seattle playing the Seattle Seahawks playing the Miami Dolphins, and they ended up winning 31-23. The Los Angeles Chargers ended up playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and this was a back and forth game between the rookie Justin Herbert and the GOAT Tom Brady, but the Chargers ended up losing to Tampa Bay 38-31. Baltimore Ravens ended up playing the Washington football team, and they ended up winning 31-17. Now, it's kind of sad because my boy Dwayne Haskins from The Ohio State University got benched. It was just announced about yesterday that he'll be benched. Personally, I don't think he was in the right situation to begin with. I don't think that the team is giving him a fair shot like other quarterbacks. I'm not going to say specific names or specific types, but I don't think he's getting a fair shot. The man is still young. I think he can still be a caliber player in the league. You just got to be in the right system, and the coach and the staff and the organization that believes in you, you're in a good place for success. So I hope that's for the best for my bro. Hopefully he gets another shot somewhere else, if not with that team, to prove that he's legit. But yeah, man, I'm sorry for my boy. Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals against the Carolina Panthers, and Carolina ended up coming on top 31-21. Moving on, Minnesota Vikings against the Houston Texans. Minnesota ended up winning 31-23. Now, man, this is short. My boy Deshaun Watson, he just got a new contract. Money, man, get that man out of here, man. That man deserves so much better. They just fired their coach, Bill O'Brien, for being a terrible coach. Traded away Jadeveon Clowney, D. Hopkins. I don't understand why you're doing this unless you want to lose. And not to mention last year when they were up in the playoffs against the Chiefs, over 3 touchdowns, and they came back and got destroyed. So he's gone. Bye. Deuces. I don't want to say I hope he doesn't get another coaching job because I don't want to wish down on nobody. But does he really deserve one after this? You be the judge. I don't know. Moving on. The New York Giants ended up playing the Los Angeles. There was a huge fight. If you didn't see, let me roll the clip for the one time. Rams ended up beating the Giants 17-9. The Indianapolis Colts ended up playing the Chicago Bears, where this is the first game that Nick Foles became the starter. And the Colts ended up winning 19-11. We don't know what's going on in that. That's a QB controversy. Who knows what's going to happen over there? Mitchell Trubisky's not really like that. Nick Foles is better as a reliever. He got a Super Bowl ring. So he might know what he's doing, but not as a starter. Who knows? Chicago, I'm sorry for you. Buffalo Bills ended up winning against the Las Vegas Raiders 30-23. They are 4-0 surprisingly. Though Josh Allen know what he's doing. That team, they're on the right track. They got to keep that going. So I'm just excited to see what the Bills are going to do because they rolling. They really rolling. Philly ended up beating the 49ers 25-20. And you know I got to keep the last two Sunday night games because I am an Ohio boy. The Cincinnati Bengals ended up beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 33-25. Now, we got to get into the couple of stats. We got to, man, because first win as an NFL player, Joey Burrow did his thing. And just a couple of stats of the Bengals and Jaguars. Joey Burrow ended up having 300 yards and a touchdown, and Joe Mixon had 125 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. And on the Jaguars side, Gardner Minshew had 351 passing yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Hopefully, the Bengals and Joey Burrow could start building a little bit of momentum and get on a little bit of win streak. Because I know those Bengals fans, they've been going through it. They've been going real through it. I'm not a Bengals fan. Even though I'm from Ohio, I'm not a Bengals fan. But they've been going through it. I see what they're going through. Now, let's move on to... Man, these Brownies and the Cowboys. Man, I tell you, I don't really understand. So I get home. I'm not even watching the game from the jump. I get home and it's 41-14. I'm like, all right, bet. I see you, Brownies. My boy OBJ going off, Baker doing this thing. And then Cowboys start coming back. But I'm just like, how can the Cowboys, the America's team known by Jerry Jones, they can put up 41 points by the Brownies? Now, granted, the Brownies do got that nice offense. OBJ, Baker, Jarvis, Nick Chubb. Shout out to Nick Chubb. Hopefully he recovers quickly from an MCL sprain. But dang, 41 points? That's how y'all feel? I mean, shoot, I might have to claim him as my team. It's like, nah, I'm not claiming him as my team. OBJ's my favorite player, but I'm not claiming him as my team. But that's really insane. Cowboys, y'all need to get it together. For my Cowboy fans out there, y'all might want to need to get rid of Jerry Jones. He's terrible. President, owner, and general manager, nah, bro. He got to go. As one of those positions, he got to go. Mike McCarthy may not be it. But, hey, one thing I can say, Dak Prescott, he's like that. I don't know why they didn't pay him. He's a real good dude for playing under that franchise tag. But, hey, man, he's like that. So, but to get into the stats a little bit of the game, on the Browns side, Baker Mayfield ended up having 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Odell Beckham Jr. had 3 total touchdowns. That boy was doing this thing, 2 receiving and 2 rushing. And on the Cowboys side, Dak Prescott ended up having 502 passing yards, 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. That boy was balling, and Amari Cooper having 12 catches for 134 yards and a touchdown. You can't tell me that the Brownies aren't doing anything. And they've had the injury bug, and Myles Garrett on that defense is savage. And Denzel Ward with the game-winning interception. OSU product, by the way. You feel me? I gotta say that. Don't get too happy though, Brownies. This is the first time in a very long time that had a little rolls. Let's see if I can keep it up. But I'm very proud of them. And Dallas, get it together. Hey, I might need to get my boy Zeke out of there, because Dallas ain't there for him right now. They're not using him like they're supposed to. But hey, man, I'm happy for the Brownies. Now, we had 2 Monday night games. Yes, we had 2 Monday night games. And one of them was because the Kansas City Chiefs and the Patriots got postponed and moved to Monday because of COVID-19. And then we have the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. The Chiefs ended up beating the New England Patriots 26-10, and the Green Bay Packers ended up beating the Atlanta Falcons 30-16. I don't know what it is about Atlanta. This ain't it. They got the talent. Get it together. 0-4, fire the coach. Maybe it's because when they had the chance to win the Super Bowl and they lost their lead from 24 and 25 points. Yeah, that's probably still got bad juju around the organization. Hopefully they can turn it around, because I love the unis. Todd Gurley, Julio Jones, best receiver in the game in my opinion. But Matty Ice, they gotta do something over there. So that's just a recap of week 4, and hopefully your team, your favorite team, does better if they lost. Hopefully they continue to roll if they took a dub. And moving on to week 5, tonight, you should tune in because you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Chicago Bears. I think Tampa Bay's gonna win. The GOAT is gonna beat Nick Foles. Hey man, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be a dub at the end of the day. But my game to watch in week 5 is, yes, the Brownies. The Browns are playing against the Indianapolis Colts. Both teams are 3-1. We're gonna see who can keep the momentum going up. You got Baker Mayfield against Phillip Rivers. You got OBJ, Jarvis Landry. You got T.Y. Hilton on the other side. Like, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game, and I'm excited. I want to say the Brownies, but I don't know. I don't know who's gonna pull it out, but that'll be my game to watch. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below your thoughts on week 4. Oh, and not to mention, prayers up to Stephon Gilmore. We just found out that he tested positive for COVID-19, and he's one of the, if not the best cornerback in the game. I'd say him and Jalen Ramsey are 1A, 1B. But shout out to him and prayers up to him because he is contracted COVID-19. Hopefully that him and his family and the organization of New England Patriots are safe and stay safe because, like I said, it's a real thing. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and stay in tune with your boy. And I'm out.
Oh, I just wish you loved me more. Yeah, I'm tired of the talking. You gotta show it.